Welcome everyone to another exciting episode of Enhancing English Learning Through Technology. I'm your host, Pris, and today we have an engaging discussion on computer-assisted language learning, or CALL. We are joined by two language education experts who will help us dive into the history, merits, and barriers of CALL in both theory and practice. Please welcome Luis and Israel.
Hello.
Hello.
Now, let's begin by addressing the history of CALL. Luis, could you please give us a brief overview?
Of course, please. Computer-assisted language learning, or CALL, has a rich history that dates back to the 1960s. It began with the use of a processor in the computer for language drills. Over time, it evolved to include software, multimedia, and internet-based resources, making it an integral part of language education today.
Fascinating. So, how has CALL been integrated into the classroom? Israel, could you provide some practical examples, please?
Yep. In the past, teachers relied heavily on textbooks and chalkboards. Now we have interactive software, online language labs, and virtual classrooms. For instance, students can engage in online language exchanges with native speakers or practice pronunciation using speech recognition software.
It's incredible how technology has revolutionized language learning. But, as with any innovation, there are challenges. Luis, could you shed light on the barriers faced when implementing CALL in the classroom?
Sure. While CALL offers numerous benefits, it's not without its challenges. One common barrier is the digital divide, where not all students have access to the necessary technology and internet connectivity. Additionally, some students and educators may lack the training needed to efficiently integrate CALL into their teaching methods.
Yeah, those are crucial issues to consider. Now, Israel, how do you think that educators can overcome these barriers?
Overcoming barriers in CALL requires a multifaceted approach. Schools can invest in providing equal access to technology, and teachers should receive ongoing training and support. Additionally, collaborative efforts within the educational community can help share best practices and resources for successful CALL integration.
Great advice. Now, could you each share a personal success story involving CALL in the language classroom?
Oh, certainly, Chris. I once had a student who struggled with speaking English fluently. We incorporated language learning apps into her study routine, allowing her to practice speaking and listening at her own pace. Within a few months, her confidence and proficiency increased significantly.
That's a fantastic example, Luis. I recall a project where my students used virtual reality simulations to explore foreign cities and interact with locals. It not only improved their language skills, but also their cultural understanding. It was a game changer for our language program.
Those stories highlight the transformative power of CALL in language learning. Now, before we conclude today's episode, let's cast our gaze toward the future of CALL. Luis, could you briefly touch on what exciting developments we can anticipate in the world of computer-assisted language learning?
Absolutely, Brice. Looking ahead, we can expect even more personalized and adaptive learning experiences through artificial intelligence, AI. This means that language learning software will tailor lessons to each student's unique needs and process, making language acquisition more efficient and engaging.
Now, that's fantastic, Luis. And to wrap things up, let's offer our listeners some practical advice. Israel, what tips do you have for language learners who want to implement CALL effectively in their studies?
Certainly, Pris. For language learners, I'd recommend exploring a variety of call tools and resources to find out what suits your learning style best. Set achievable goals and stick to a consistent practice routine, but don't hesitate to reach out online language communities for guidance and support. You have to remember that persistence and curiosity are your best allies on the path to language mastery.
Wise words, Israel. Thank you both for your valuable insights, and thank you, dear listeners, for joining us in the enlightening journey through the world of computer-assisted language learning. We'll be back soon with more exciting episodes of Enhancing English Learning with Technology. Until then, happy teaching and happy learning. Bye.
Bye.